Normally quiet statewide race is getting more attention than ever before. The duties of Secretary of State have diminished over the years, but that could change this year. Incumbent Democrat Doug LaFollette is facing a challenge from Republican State Representative Amy Loudenbeck. Uba Ali has the latest.
With days left until Election Day, voters are casting their ballots for highly contested seats like governor and senator.
I just voted for the main things that I was really interested in.
But also for Secretary of State, a race that may not typically be top of mind.
The Secretary of State race? Yeah, interesting. I guess I'm not totally sure.
To be honest, I don't know a ton about that one.
Many people I talked to hadn't put much thought behind this particular race. UW-Milwaukee professor emeritus Mordecai Lee says the office of Secretary of State doesn't have much power right now, but has the potential to become critical.
It could be that this is going to be the most important race in Wisconsin because it'll decide who runs elections from here on in.
There's a push across the country to have secretaries of state manage elections. As it stands now, the Wisconsin Elections Commission oversees elections. It is made up of 6 bipartisan members.
In general, I don't think a partisan politician should oversee the elections.
Doug LaFollette has held the seat of Secretary of State for 44 years. He planned on retiring, but decided against it after the push to expand the powers of the office. His challenger in the race, Representative Amy Loudenbeck, supports the Secretary of State holding such duties as election oversight.
If they're looking at alternatives to the current Wisconsin Election Commission, I think they should look at this constitutional office.
One race with big implications. In Milwaukee, Uba Ali, TMJ4 News.
All right, Uba, thanks. With just 5 days to go until Election Day, look at this. Almost 600,000 people have voted in Wisconsin. We take a look at how many of those have voted in person. It's about 225,000 just south of that have already voted in person. Of course, Saturday is the last day to vote in person in Wisconsin. We'll be using this technology on Tuesday night to give you the best election results. Now, Johnson and Democrat Tony Evers already know election night can be a waiting game. Here's NBC's Steve Kornacki.
In 2016, Ron Johnson, this was a big surprise. Ron Johnson got reelected in that rematch with Russ Feingold. Look, the margin was under 100,000 votes. In 2018, Tony Evers ousted Scott Walker even closer. Look at the margin in that governor's race in 2018, less than 30,000 votes. I remember that came into the wee hours of the morning.
Now, Election Day is Tuesday, November 8th. Of course, TMJ4 News will have a special team coverage all night covering the key races and a special hour-long 10 o'clock news.
Of course, our digital team has put together everything you need to know ahead of Election Day, including how to find your polling place and also to get a preview on the ballot. Head to tmj4.com/decision2022.